Hey guys, before we get started, we want to take a second and invite you all to the Northwest Housing Summit. Now, this is put on by our friend and current president of the Washington Association of Mortgage Professionals, Marty Lowe, and I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed by the lineup of speakers they captured.
Yeah, first off, it's going to be hosted by our big brothers, Frank and Brian from TVWS, and one of the keynote speakers is going to be Richard Cordray, you know, that leader of the CFPB.
Kind of a big deal, and if you don't know who that is, you probably should, because this is the guy tasked to basically clean up the real estate industry.
Now, it's been said that no one person should have as much power as he currently does, so hearing him talk about what he has in store for our industry might be something you want to do.
Might be. Another friend of the show, Mark Savitt, will also be speaking. This guy's a stud, and he's been basically very instrumental in fighting all the laws that have been crippling our industry. Now, he runs the National Association of Independent Housing Professionals, so you're also going to want to hear him speak. And if you're not part of that, the link's down below. You guys probably should be.
Also, Attorney General Rob McKenna will be there, and also speaking, Rick Rogue, Editor-in-Chief of the Niche Report.
Hey Rick, I want to write a few articles or two for the Niche Report, so give me a call. Anyways, guys, the link's down below. The event is April 19th, 2012 at Emerald Downs. See you guys there. Now, let's get to work. So here's the deal, guys. It continues to feel like things are picking up. Well, at least in our personal office, we've had back-to-back record months. Houses seem to be getting multiple offers, and HARP 2.0 is actually helping some underwater homeowners. Now, I'm not personally ready to say that the worst is behind us, but it does feel a lot better right now.
Yeah, it's not something we can really quantify yet, but I gotta say it does feel like the tide is turning.
Sure.
Is it just us? I mean, I'm curious to hear what you guys are seeing in your local markets. We've got viewers all over the country, so let us know down below, good or bad.
Now, if I did need to quantify our reasonings with numbers, I guess we could talk about home sales and refi activity and all the other stuff, but one key sign for me, at least for me, is folks going back to work.
After all, people have to work to be in a position to buy a house, right?
Sure. Now, March's unemployment numbers aren't great, but overall, it seems to be getting better.
Right now, we still have officially a total of 12.67 million Americans unemployed, and 5.3 million of them have been unemployed for more than 6 months. Sounds like a lot, and it is, but these numbers are actually declining.
To put this into perspective for you guys, take a look at this. That big red line is our current situation versus other post-World War II recessions. It's kind of sobering, isn't it? But hey, at least we're on the way back up. Interesting note here, guys, it only took 25 months to hit the bottom.
Yeah, and 25 months later, we are only about halfway to where we started this whole thing.
It just goes to show you how big of a deal this whole thing is and was. So anyways, a little bit of good news to start your week. Again, let us know down below how your personal market is doing.
Hey, another thing we're curious to hear your input on is this whole REO to rental thing.
If you haven't heard, B of A started a pilot program to rent back their REOs to existing homeowners. Now, they've only released this to about 1,000 of their customers, but it has other lenders thinking, hey, maybe we should do the same thing. Even the Federal Reserve came out last week in support of the idea.
Yeah, here's an excerpt of the Federal Reserve's actual statement. The general policy of the Federal Reserve is that banking organizations should make good faith efforts to dispose of foreclosed properties at the earliest practicable date. In this context, and in light of the extraordinary market conditions that currently prevail, the policy statement explains that banking organizations may rent residential REO properties within legal holding period limits without demonstrating continuous active marketing of the property for sale.
So basically, banks are to make a good faith attempt at selling the house, and then if they're not successful, then they can rent the properties back out. Now, I personally have mixed emotions about this. I can see how this could be actually good for the industry because it's going to stop the bleeding, so to speak, when it comes to values and the free fall of values. After all, I mean, this would mean fewer distressed sales, which would in turn help stabilize values, but I can't help but wonder if we're just kicking the can down the road.
Which we may be doing, but at least it would allow us to slowly sell off these properties as the market allows, instead of just blasting the market with every foreclosed home out there.
That's actually a good point. This is a tough one. I can actually see both sides on this one.
I wonder how B of A will be as a landlord.
Oh, geez, if it's anything like their banking operation, forget about it. What do you guys think? Good for the market or bad? Let us know down below. That's it. We wanted to keep the show short to make up for our long show last week, so there you go.
Also, we'd like to thank you guys for sharing our show last week. Sounds like we really spread the word about those dirty suckers at Beller Homes.
Yeah, buddy. I'll see you guys next week.